Good morning. It is, what is it, April 14th? And we are heading out. It's just about 9 a.m., which is about an hour late again. So it's about 9 a.m. and we're heading out to Silver Star Mountain. We did this hike, or we did Silver Star, what was it, 2 years ago?
Yeah.
Ish? Via Ed's Trail is the one we did.
Silver Star and Ed's Trail, yeah. Combination.
And so it was pretty hard to get to that trailhead with our car. We have a sedan.
I dented my car.
We have a sedan. So, and with possible snow and stuff, we are going to Vista Grouse.
Grouse Vista.
Grouse Vista Trail.
So, south start instead of north start.
Yeah. So, that is the plan for the day. We're just grabbing some coffee and then we will be heading out.
Nice. Alright, so we are at the trailhead. It's kind of hard to, there's a bunch of little like small side trails, and it's not well marked. So, a little confused about where to start, but we figured it out and off we go. I'm only carrying, I don't know, like 10-15 pounds maybe. I did not sleep. I'm very tired and I can't tell if I'm sick or if it's really bad allergies or what, but I am already tired. There's a lot of snow, so we have our yak tracks and yeah, that's about it. So we're hoping not to be out here too crazy long. I think it's only, it's like 2,000-ish miles of elevation gain and like 6 miles, I think. So it's not crazy. It's cold. About 30 something, I think. So yeah, it's gonna be a day. Yeah, that's about it. So I will check in as we go.
I didn't know. Sorry. Now I do.
What rain? It's gonna be quite the thing, learning when to have my camera out and when not. We were just discussing, I'm like speeding up the hill and then I get to a point where I'm like tired, out of breath, and then I wait like 2 seconds, fully recovered, and I speed up the hill. And it's just been that way the whole time so far. because it is really rocky, really steep, and just straight up. And again, I'm just not feeling well. And so we were talking about having fun. And I just looked at our friend Lola and I'm like, yeah, even on my shittiest days where I feel tired and worn down and hungry and sore and whatever, and even when I'm like, I'd rather be in bed, I still don't regret coming out here, and I still enjoy myself. I still have fun. At the end of the day, by the time we get back to the car, I'm usually like, I'm happy we're out. I'm happy we did that. That was an amazing thing, especially like days like today, where by the end of the day, we'll be standing on top of a small mountain. We're not expecting amazing views, but it still should be gorgeous and an accomplishment. So it's worth it. Even all of the huffing and puffing and slow progress and any aches and pains and all of that crap. So like even the crappiest day on trail is fun. And I feel like that's something that is going to serve me well on the PCT, and something I think I need to make sure to write down or keep in mind, so that on really hard days on the PCT, when I'm like, why in the hell am I out here doing this to myself, I can think about it and kind of remember why. So yeah, that was just the thought process that we were talking about just now. So nothing makes you feel safer on trail than finding random ass bullet casings. My husband just found that on the ground, and it is not a hunting casing, so that's fun. Trail's beautiful though, and rocky. That's not focusing. Of course not.
Only focus so.
Might be seeing some snow today. So that's where we just came from. We just kind of came out to this little clearing, and it's a bit of snow out here. Actually, more than we were expecting. We just came across this print, and like, that's quite deep. So we are trudging in snow. It's like somewhat decently packed. We're not having trouble finding footholds. And like, it's not like we're gonna go plummeting or anything. Like, it's like a foot deeper, foot and a half. So yeah, having a lot of fun. We haven't put our yak track on just because, again, we're getting pretty good footing. But like, it's fun. It's a short little stretch of flat before we start heading back up, which is nice. But we were expecting just a little bit of snow, and it's actually a good amount, which, the more experience, the better.
Yeah, it's tolerable.
surviving the horrible views.
Oh, it's just awful. I don't know why we're
We're
here.
so ungrateful. But you're lovely, so we'll look over that little detail.
Pretty trail!
I try.
Dork.
My stage name, Trail. Hi.
So we're hiking along in the snow and it's pretty deep, and then we come up upon a bunch of these tracks that actually they're pretty deep. They're cylindrical, so not foot shaped, and they head off into the brush. So pretty sure if it's like, we're thinking probably deer or elk or something cool, but we're just hiking in the snow now, and it's really deep. So we were told by a bunch of Boy Scouts that it just gets deeper and deeper and deeper, so it should be an interesting day. Just a quick update, it's been a little while. We're heading on towards being halfway to the summit. We just met somebody who said the conditions were great and that it's clearing up, so maybe we might have a little bit of views while we're up there, maybe. Yeah, we're in pretty deep snow now, and it's just getting deeper and deeper, but it doesn't really affect us since we're not really post-holing so much as like just walking on top of it. Hoping it stays that way. It's not too cold, and it's, you know, middle of the day. I don't know what time it is, but yeah. It's pretty gorgeous out here. More landscape, because it is just pretty, and I can't seem to help myself. We can hear logging or something off in the distance, which kind of sucks. But yeah, this is what our trail looks like right now. You can see Corey off ahead of me. Lola's off ahead of him. It's actually like pretty flat, so we're just kind of moving, which is nice. Pretty trail. So I had some storage issues I had to deal with, so I didn't get to film part of this, but you can kind of see the trail winding through there. And we just have this like really beautiful, I'm hoping that's coming out, really beautiful viewpoint as we hike on. It does look like it's still going to be plenty sucked in up above, but for the moment it's clearing up down here, which is nice. We are slightly regretting not having sunglasses on us just because of the snow. We didn't think there would be as much snow as there is out here. So, you know, we have our yak tracks, not our micro spikes. We don't have ice axes, and thankfully there's no need for any of that, but sunglasses would have been nice. We aren't having any sun blindness issues, knock on wood. But it is just bright, so we're making sure to keep our eyes protected as much as we can. But now it's really pretty. Probably one of the most gorgeous hikes we've done so far, if for no other reason than all of the snow. So wanted to make sure I got some good footage of this really beautiful viewpoint. The funny thing is they always, like, all the trail guides for this trail say it's less scenic than the other one, and I kind of agree, but at the same time this is beautiful. So we are thoroughly enjoying it. Just getting on today, we're going kind of slow for various reasons. Oh, I'm gonna have to walk through a puddle. It is getting pretty, like, we're going slow because of numerous reasons, so we are going to be trying to hoof it a little bit more. Wet! Well, that was an experience. The trail is a stream, like full blown. Anyway, I keep getting distracted. Yeah, so we're going slow. So we're gonna try and really hoof it to the top. Hope we can make it to the summit today. I say hope, just because if the snow gets really bad towards the top, we're not gonna have the equipment to deal with much more than what we're currently dealing with. And we just aren't ready for kind of more than what we're currently dealing with, which this is quite a bit, so, you know, that's kind of saying something, but, water. Yeah, we'll see. We usually don't turn back on hikes. Like, I think we've only ever done it once, and it was because of a time restriction. But safety is safety, so we are trying to make it to that summit. And we'll check in later. All right. Update. So we've been slogging through snow that's pretty deep, and then we just came across a couple people heading back, and looks like we may or may not be heading to the summit, just because apparently the trail looks completely untracked, unbroken in the snow, which means although we have maps, today we're not so interested in breaking trail. We're just not prepared for that today. And then the people said that not far from where we are now, it's not just deep snow you're walking on top of, it's deep snow that comes up to your hips and you're full post holing in. And she had full gear. She was wearing like knee-high gaiters and looked ready for it, and they were like, So we're still heading on, checking it out for ourselves, just to go as far as we can and see how far we can go. But likelihood is we're gonna get to a trail junction here in a few, and because she said right about the trail junction, is where it gets bad. So the likelihood is we're gonna get up to the trail junction and turn around and head back, which sucks. We were really hoping to hit our first real mini summit this year. We've done this one before, but never in these conditions. So we were hoping to get it, but you know, if we can't, we can't. We're enjoying ourselves and we'll just go as far as we can. And that's all we can really do, while still being safe and not stupid. But good training. We're thoroughly enjoying it. It's supposed to start raining again soon, which I'm not looking forward to. But it's all part of the experience and we're having fun. So onwards, I'll check in when we hit the trail junction and see whether or not we're continuing on or heading back to the car. If we do have to head back, we're only missing about a mile and about 1,000 feet of gain. So we've done over half of the distance and about a little over half of the elevation. So yeah, you know, pretty decent even if we have to turn back. So I'll check in later. This is just amazing. It's an empty space, a pocket of air. We are educating our friend on tree wells because we're starting to see them, and we want to make sure that that doesn't become an issue. So, trying to make sure we're being safe given the fact that there is quite a bit of snow out here. We looked up reports and it's been melting levels and raining, and people's reports were like, man, it's not bad. So we're like, okay. Like, we did our research before we came out here, but we were not expecting this much snow. I mean, we're handling it just fine, and we're still waiting to see if we're gonna continue, but yeah, pretty cool. And this is why you want to be careful. I am knee deep in snow and kneeling on the other. So yeah, fun times. I keep saying that I'm gonna check in when we get to the trail junction and see what we're gonna do, but it's just really crazy pretty out here. It's definitely a lot deeper than it's been the whole time, getting up to our hips on each side, but our footholds are still pretty decent. We're having to kick our steps here and there. And apparently the trail that has been blazed ahead of us is not quite on trail. GPS says it's a bit ahead of us, but we're, you know, making sure we're near the actual floor, not walking way above it. And
like a few feet that way.
Yeah, so
like close enough that we may actually be like the trail might be that. Like on the other side of this little tree.
But yeah, so we're being careful, we're going slow and making sure we're you know, not going to fall down into a pit of snow or fall off the mountain. We still don't know if we're gonna keep going once we hit the junction. We're just gonna have to see. But we are definitely having fun. This is a new experience for us, so a lot of fun. Hi, Lola! This looks so stupid fairy tale. Like,
What?
this looks so very fairy tale. Just crazy.
We're definitely not in Forest Park. I think. Who knows?
I hope not, otherwise something really went wrong.
So our navigation really is not on point.
Alright, so we made it to the crossroads, which you can barely even tell there's a crossroads. As much as we like hate to do it, we are heading back at this point. We only have like a mile to the summit and I think less than 1,000 feet of gain. So hiking wise, normal hiking wise, that's pretty easy, pretty simple, but with all the snow, it's ranging anywhere from 3 feet of snow to probably more towards 6. Like, there's a lot of snow out here, and it's just getting more and more treacherous as we hike. And it's about 4 o'clock right now, so it's just going to be getting darker. There's some really heavy clouds and mist around us, and we're worried it's going to start raining. So, you know, we don't want to mess with the potential for being out here in the dark, soaking wet in the cold. you know, we have our GPS and our emergency beacon and emergency blankets and first aid and everything we would need to be out here, but we're just not ready to kind of make our way to the top in those conditions at the moment. So we have made the smart decision to head back to the car at this point. We have over 2,000 feet of gain. The snow has added quite a bit, and again, I think we're a little off trail overall, so you know, we got our elevation in, and it's been quite the hike despite not doing the entire mountain. So yeah, this is the crossroads, and then I'm gonna get heading down. I might take some video on the way down. It just depends on how my footing is. So either way, I'll show you some scenery, and if I'll check in when I check in. This is where we came from. You can see Lola and Corey down there. I'm gonna have to catch up with them soon. That is another trail, that pristine no footsteps thing, and then that is our trail moving forward, and apparently just over that hill, the kicked out sections where people have gone before us is no longer a thing. Somebody said that the trail completely disappears and it's all navigating from that point forward, and it's just another reason why we're like, meh, not today. We might come back soon and really get out here a lot earlier and try to do the whole thing, but that's just not an adventure for today. So this is definitely a bit treacherous on the way down just because all the footsteps are angled. Huh? Oh, first snowfall on camera. I mean, you can't see me, but I'm sure you noticed that. I am slightly clumsy, so, and Mom, if you're watching this, I'm sure you're laughing your ass off right now. So I fall a lot, and I've learned to do it very carefully. Something I'm working on in my training so that that's not an issue on the PCT. But yeah, it is beautiful. It should be quite the hike down. I'm wearing, I don't know if you can see, I'm wearing yak tracks, and honestly, probably actually could have gone with the micro spikes today. So it is a little more like skiing than hiking on the downhill right now. But anyway, I will check in later. So, made it out of the worst of the snow. I mean, it's still plenty snowy, but we're getting there. It has definitely dropped in temperature. Very, very cold and raining, which is what we knew was coming. And we were a little worried about pressing forward to the summit, so definitely made the right decision. Yeah, as you can tell, it's darker, stormier, way colder. So, yep, just heading back, and I am probably not going to check in again until the car, so I will check in then. We're just in that last little decline to the car, so we're almost back. This was kind of slick on the uphill, but not bad. It's worse on the downhill. A lot more slick and steep. At the moment, my SI is giving me a little trouble, and then my left lateral knee is complaining about lowering me down. But again, those are known issues. Rehabbing both of them. So, doing good overall. Feeling pretty good. So, I'm going to focus on the climb down, and I'll check in when we're done. Back. What? Finally back to the car. Me was really bitching on the way down. But overall, we feel good. Definitely made the right choice turning back when we did. But I'm hungry. Very hungry. But yeah, so good hike. Overall, good training. Definitely more technical snow-wise than we've dealt with before. Yeah, so that is about that. Oh yeah, the snow melted a lot while we were gone.
Yeah, that on my side of the car.
Yeah. So.